It's Tech Monday. I'll be giving you some updates on tech. Now, this one for Twitter and security. Twitter will finally let you turn on two-factor authentication without giving it a phone number. Now, two-factor authentication is good. SMS-based two-factor authentication, not really the best option. Now, after countless tales of people having their phone numbers and inbound SMS hijacked by way of SIM swapping, it's clear that SMS just isn't the right solution for sending people secondary login codes. And yet, for many years, it's been the mandatory go-to on Twitter. You could switch to another option later, like Google Authenticator or a physical YubiKey. But to turn it on in the first place, you were locked into giving Twitter a phone number and using SMS. Now, Twitter is getting around to fixing this. At long last, the Twitter safety team announced that you'll be able to enable two-factor authentication without the need for a phone number. It started like last week. Now, this news comes just a few months after Jack Dorsey's own Twitter account was hacked, seemingly by way of a SIM swap, and a few weeks after Twitter had to admit it was using phone numbers provided during the two-factor setup process for serving targeted ads. So it has always, this has always come up. It's when something happens to the big people that you kind of see change. So Jack Dorsey, that's the CEO of Twitter, his own account was hacked, and that necessitated this particular update to Twitter security. So hey, come on, I think it's a good thing, but we don't have to wait until it happens to those at the top for change to occur. And moving on from Twitter to Google, Google Assistant will now help you to read to your kids from across the world. Now, Google last week launched a nice new assistant feature called My Story Time that lets parents simulate reading to their kids when one parent is away from home. The parents will be able to record themselves reading chapters of stories, and the other parent or babysitter can ask Google Nest to read those recordings to the kids. Google says that once the feature is set up, the person at home just has to say, "Hey Google, talk to my story time," to their Google Nest, and they'll be able to pick the recording of the chapter they want to listen to with their children. Recording a story takes a bit of initial setup, but it's pretty easy to do. What you do is visit the My Story website, log into your Google account that's connected to your Nest speaker, and you'll be prompted to make a number of short recordings to help guide story time through your Nest, including phrases like, "Which story would you like to hear?" and "Should we keep reading?" "Listen to that chapter again," or "Read a different story." Now, once you've recorded those, you build a module for a specific story, and then you can record yourself reading entire chapters of the book. Those recordings will also be saved on your My Storytime page if you and your family want to listen to them that way. Now, Google says the files are saved securely in cloud and can only be accessed by the people you share them with. That's it. Technology taking over. Technology taking over. Now moving on, finally, Apple removes customer reviews from its online store. They've removed it as first reported by Apple Insider, and it has been confirmed to be the case. Apple Insider got a tip from a reader that the reviews had been removed from the US, UK, and Australian Apple stores, which has also been confirmed. Now, if you want to see the changes for yourself, you can look at the Wayback Machine archives for the original Apple Pencil for November 16th and 17th, as found by Apple Insider. On the 17th capture, you can see that the ratings and reviews section is gone. Apple's choice means that customers can provide useful feedback on the products available on Apple's store, especially if a product might be bad. There are at least 735 one-star reviews for the Lightning to 3.5mm headphone jack adapter, for example, but now you can't tell if it's good or not just by looking at that page. Now, Apple has been asked for comments, and this story will be updated as we get those comments. Now, this is not good. This is not good. This should be fought against. I mean, we need reviews. When you want to buy something online or wherever, you need reviews from user reviews to help you make your choice if you need to get this thing. Has it worked for somebody else? Will it work for me? Those reviews are necessary. This is not something good from Apple. That's all we can take on tech this morning.